Indian judiciary. So we will have another analysis of Indian judiciary also. Okay. Why the parliament have only the fun? Judiciary can also have the fun. Okay. So let's talk about the backlog of cases. Backlog of cases. Judiciary. Let's start with this backlog of cases. What we see that around 83,000 cases are pending in Supreme Court. Okay. 83,000 cases pending in Supreme Court. Cases pending in Supreme Court. Around 4.5 crore cases pending in India. Around 4.5 crore cases. Around 4.5 crore cases pending in India. Around 4.5 crore cases pending in India. Okay. On an average, the pendency in any case is 3 to 5 years. Okay. Average pendency of a case, average pendency of a case is 3 to 5 years. Okay. Average pendency of a case is 3 to 5 years. Okay. Right now, as of November 2024, okay, as of November 2024, according to the Department of Justice, Government of India, as of November 30, 2024, okay, total strength of Supreme Court, total strength of Supreme Court is 34. Vacancy 2. Total strength of Supreme Court is 34, 33 plus 1. Vacancy is 2. Okay. If we look at high courts, what we see that there is a vacancy of 366 judges out of 1122 sanctioned posts. Okay. 366 vacancies out of 1122 posts. Means almost one third seats of high court judges in India are vacant. In a country of 140 crore people, we are having 1122 high court judges. 1122 high court judges. Okay. Out of this, what we see that around 366 positions are vacant in high court. Okay. In lower judiciary, around more than 5,200 5,200 vacancies in lower judiciary. So according to Government of India, latest figures which was presented in the Parliament in the winter session in 2024, there are more than 5,200 vacancies of lower court judges in India. Okay. So these all are current figures, the latest figures with respect to judiciary, that how much vacancy we are having in India. Okay. So that is first aspect, that how much cases are pending, how much vacancy is there with respect to judiciary. Then this is another part. Let's talk about the next part, infrastructure. Infrastructure. There is a requirement of 4,250 courtrooms in India. Requirement of 4,250 courtrooms in India. In the recent times, government has said that there have been construction of more than crores of pakka houses. There have been construction of more than crores of pakka houses for people in the country. So in the last 10 years, government has created crores of pakka houses for the people. But in India, we lack courtrooms. Around 4,250 courtrooms are required in India. Okay. And 6,021 residential units for judges. And more than 6,000 residential units for judges. Okay. So that is one thing. Okay. What may be the possible reason for these vacancies? There are two answers for this. One reason in the High Court and Supreme Court. For the High Court and Supreme Court, the reasons of vacancies are the impasse between union and judiciary, between the union government and judiciary. Okay. The disagreement over the names between union and judiciary, between the union government and judiciary, is one of the major cause. Okay. That we are not having judges appointment there because union government and judiciary are not agreeing on the names of appointment. For the lower judiciary, the reason is simple. It is under the ambit of state government. They have to conduct judiciary examination from time to time, but they have not been able to do so. Okay. There are more than 5,000 plus vacancies as of November 2024 according to Government of India. Okay. So this is one thing. Requirement of 4,250 courtrooms also is there. Okay. Then at the same time, there is another aspect of it, a rather funny one. Okay. A rather funny one, that all the courthouses which are there in the country, 43% of them are under construction or repair. Okay. 43% of courtrooms in India existing in India are under construction or repairment. Or repair for last 3 years. Okay. So this is also one aspect of Indian judiciary, that 43% courtrooms which are even existing, many of them are under construction or repair for over last 3 years. So they are not ready yet. So effectively, even out of the, like suppose all the courtrooms which are active in India, this is a requirement. Even those who are active, out of that 40% of them are not for use. They are not ready for use. That is also a challenge. Okay. Then this is one aspect. Judiciary के साथ injustice. Okay. So let's talk about more thing here. The justice barrier. See, I told you in the beginning of the class today that I am going to give you those information for today which is going to help you in preparing at least these two topics. These are the major topics of your GS paper 2. And in this session, we are like comprehensively seeing all the important facts with respect to them. Okay. So now, Under trial prisoners account for the under trial prisoners in India, they account for 76% of the total prisoner population. Okay, account for 76% of total prisoner population. This figure is of 2022, which was recently pointed out by NCRB. NCRB gives a little bit backdated figure. So in 2024, the NCRB, the National Crime Record Bureau, NCRB said this in 2024. According to the NCRB report, 76% of the prison population is of under trials. That number is 4,34,302. Okay. This number is 4,34,302. Exact number given by NCRB. This is not something which you have to write. You have to simply know 3-4 means if there are 100 people in jail, 75% or 76 out of them, they have not been convicted yet. They have not been convicted yet. Means charge against them have not been proved. They are in the jail. Maybe some of them or a huge number of them are going to come out of the jail without any conviction. Maybe they were not guilty, or maybe there was lack of evidence against them. But even if one person is getting jail, our entire judicial system acts on this premise that even if 10 people who are guilty are not convicted or not given punishment, one innocent should not be given the punishment. This is the premise of our justice system, that even if 10 guilty people are left, even if they are not given punishment, we have to make sure that one single innocent person do not get the punishment. This is the premise of the justice system. What we see, 76% of those who are there in the jail, those who are getting the punishment of jail, nothing has been proved against them. They are still under trial. Okay. So this is one part. Then at the same time, okay, since 1985, legal aid for poor. So since 1985, only 15 million have got free legal aid. Since 1985, only 15 million people have got free legal aid. Okay. It means we have this NALSA, SALSA and everything. NALSA and SALSA both are there for providing free legal aid to the poor people. In a country where we have 5 crore cases pending, you can easily understand that out of 5 crore, a majority of them, or at least 20 to 30% of them, are poor. They won't be having that much money to hire judges, to hire advocates and all. Okay. So in that situation, they should have got this benefit of NALSA and others. But since 1985, in the last around 25 and plus 15, 40 years, last 40 years, only 1.5 crore people. Many might have gone to the jail, many of them would have been gone to the judiciary, and many of them would have been poor. But what we say that only around 1.5 crore in 40 years have got the benefit of this. Okay. So per year you can divide this, you can like easily calculate that per year how many are getting the benefit. Okay. So out of divide 1.5 crore by 40, you will get the answer. How many people are actually getting the legal aid? It is not even 10 lakh, even less than that. 2 to 3 lakh people in the entire country are getting the benefit of this, where the number of pending cases is 5 crore. So that is a huge difference. Okay. Then the next part of it, the representation in judiciary, representation and diversity. Representation and diversity. This is another aspect of judiciary, representation and this diversity. What we are seeing that women are just 13.5%, 13.4% of High Court judge and 9.3 in Supreme Court. Okay. Women representation. (13.4% in High Court and 9.3% in Supreme Court. So that is also reality. That is also reality that we have very few number of people in our judicial system. So out of 34, 9% means 2 people. Out of 34, 9% means around 2 people. 2 people are there. 2 women judges are there in Supreme Court. So what we see that, like till now, it has been 75, 77 years of independence, and still we have not got a single Chief Justice of India who is a woman. 2 times we have got President of India who is a woman. Okay. Prime Minister also have been women. In many states, Chief Minister have been women. Okay. But in our country, we have not seen a single Chief Justice of India as a woman. Okay. So that is also representation of people in. Okay.